big play was there tonight. Were you thinking that going into the game?
That was definitely, I think, a part of our plan for sure. I think even the last game, and me and Coach Dawson just talked about it a little bit, just trying to take more shots. We got athletes out there on the outside that are just a second away from making a big play, right? And they showed that tonight. So, but yeah, it was an emphasis of ours to come into the game and try to take a few more shots and give guys chances.
Carson, Coach Cristobal said you were on fire tonight. I mean, were you just feeling it right from the first snap?
Oh yeah, I felt good. I felt really good. I thought our bye week we got to work and we fixed a lot of little things. Still so much room for improvement for us on the offensive side of the ball. But again, I thought our best practices all year were the bye week and this week leading up to it. I mean, the intention was there, the focus was there. And again, we came out and we executed, and I think that's why practicing hard and practicing well always translates over into the game, especially, coming and playing on the road.
Carson, you obviously are around Malachi every day. What does he do, away from the football field when we see him on Saturday nights that makes him perform the way we're seeing so early in his career?
Yeah, I mean, I've said this from the jump, from the first time I met him. There's just something different about the kid. I don't know how to explain it, but just the way he carries himself, who he is. I mean, he's in the facility nonstop, 24/7. We meet together. We go over practice film. We go over game film. We talk routes. We talk coverage. We talk everything. He's just such a smart kid too, which I think helps at the wide receiver position. I mean, I'm pretty sure he played quarterback in like the state run that they had at American Heritage. I think that's where he went to school.
Yeah.
But I believe that like a quarterback that plays wide receiver, or a wide receiver that has played quarterback understands the game so much better. And I mean, he shows that just by the way that he plays. Obviously, he's just uber talented, but I mean, he puts in the work and he deserves all the success that he's had this year.
Carson, the defense getting 3 turnovers, you guys converting into getting touchdowns on 2 of 3. Just the importance of you guys being able to bounce off each other and being able to capitalize when the defense is able to give you guys the short fields.
Yeah, absolutely. I think this whole year, I mean, we've played really good complementary football. I think whenever we've needed the defenses have stepped up, and then whenever they've capitalized on a turnover or something, we've been able to turn around and go punch it in the end zone or go get 3 or put points on the board and capitalize on the mistakes from the opponent. So continuing to do that is really, really good. It shows signs of a really good team, and we've been playing really, really well in complementary football as well.
2 more questions.
Coach Dawson went into his bag of tricks a little bit tonight, and it paid off. And how nice was it to see those explosive plays work and pretty successfully?
Oh yeah, it's always fun. I mean, usually like you hope for one of them a game, right? Or you call like 2 or 3 of them, you hit one of them, like that's a good success rate in my opinion. But to be able to hit some, like I think we hit 2 deep balls, and even the first one we almost hit as well. I mean, it's always fun when I'm sitting there in the huddle and I'm about to, I kind of walk out. It's a little loud and I'm trying to listen, and I hear the play call come in. I'm like, oh yeah, like my eyes light up. I'm like, okay, here we go. Like let's hit this. I hope they give us the look that we want. So, and we were able to get that look twice. So being able to hit on those was huge for us, and explosive plays change games.
Carson, you guys are 5-0, kind of the halfway point here. How much better do you think this team can be, knowing where your goals are at the end of the season?
I mean, so much better, I think. I mean, again, like I said, we're playing really good complementary football, but at the same time, there's still so much left out there. I mean, you go watch the Notre Dame game, you watch the Bethune game, you watch the USF game, you watch the Florida game, and I'm sure we're going to go back and watch this game, and there's just so many little things, little mistakes, little plays that are just left out there for grabs, right? Or we give them something, or we give up something ourselves. And I just think if we can eliminate those mistakes and stop shooting ourselves in the foot sometimes, that we could be really dangerous and really, really good.
CJ, you and Malachi, combined for 4 touchdowns tonight. What did you see from the FSU defense, and then just with Malachi, how has he continued to just kind of get better throughout his freshman year?
I think it starts in practice, man. We do a lot during the week that a lot of people don't see. We're grinding really hard in the week to give our quarterback trust and just let him know that we're going to make those plays for him, man. So I think it starts during the week, Monday through Friday, man, and, it leads up to this. So, we've already seen it before from him. I think he's going to continue to make plays, and I couldn't be more proud of that dude.
Ahkeem, what stood out about the defense through the first 3 quarters? Obviously, FSU made a push late, but the first 3 quarters, what's on specifically that first drive to hold them to a field goal? How big was that momentum-wise for you guys?
It was huge. It was an 11-play drive, and they were moving the ball pretty quickly. So it means a lot to get them in the red zone and then finally hold them to 3. Yeah, feel great.
What was the challenge like of dealing with that offense all night? I'm guessing fourth quarter there was some fatigue involved. I mean, it's a lot to handle over a full football game.
Yeah, first, they run a tempo offense, which is always going to be tricky because you got to line up, get the call, and then read your keys and line up and play. But they're an offense that does a bunch of trickery, a bunch of shifts, motions to play with our eyes. We knew that coming into the game, but we were prepared for it. You see in the first 3 quarters, we attacked it pretty well, but then we kind of fell off, and we let Castellanos get out and run around a little bit with his athleticism. But at the end of the day, we got the job done.
For both of you guys, just coming to somebody else's house, a rival, big stadium, you guys lived up to the moment and just tried, like, executing everything and doing it.
I think it's all in preparation, all green tree. We had 2 weeks to prepare for them, and we took advantage of it. And then coming into Florida State, you know, our biggest rival really, and getting this W, it means everything to us, and it means everything to the people who support us. So.
And Ahkeem, you were here, you know, the last 4 years, first 2 years losing to FSU, once at home and a blowout, once here. To come out, win the last 2 games, just what does it mean to get these these wins the last 2 years?
It means everything to me. A lot of guys weren't there for that blowout win at Hard Rock, that blowout loss, win for them at Hard Rock, and then 2 years ago when it was a close game and Emery broke his arm, like he put everything on the line. So being able to come back, being able to win at Hard Rock last year and come back here and win, it means everything for us because we've been through a lot.
CJ, can you take us through your 2 touchdown celebrations, the one for a former teammate with your eye black, and then kind of the chant?
I think the chant, I could have controlled my emotions a little more, man. I think I let my emotions get the best of me. And yeah, man, I did it for Kyron, my former teammate that passed last year from LSU. Yeah, it's just on my heart heavy, man. So I let the world know that I'm doing it for him.
What does this season mean for you when you reflect on what you went through last year without a touchdown pass and, you know, the different things that you had to deal with injury-wise and stuff? And, you know, what does this mean to you so far, 5 games in?
It's just a testament of my faith, a testament of who I am as a person. And just to let people know, like, nothing can get in my way from who I want to be. So, yeah, there's a lot of things that I went through as far as that last season last year. And, you know, I handled it with great maturity going through that adversity. And, you know, I was blessed with another opportunity to show my talents to the world and be a part of this Miami Hurricane team. So it's definitely a blessing.
We'll do 2 more questions. For both of you guys, 5-0 to start the season, ranked wins, all that. What?
We knew that they were going to make plays towards the end of the game. We knew that they were going to make plays. So preparing for offense like that, you know, it's very hard. So all props to them.
You guys got turnovers tonight. Obviously led to points on the board. Just how important is that for you guys to get those turnovers? Yeah,
taking the ball away as a defense is amazing. You know, they have stats for it all, but you know, Coach Heatherman preaches about, you know, swarming to the ball, and we all did our jobs tonight. We got lucky and got some interceptions that we needed, and you know, it worked out well for us.
Jakobe, that first drive, they get down there a couple big chunk plays. For you guys to hold them to 3 points, how much of a momentum swing was it, and how much of a confidence booster for you guys to pull in the 3 there?
Yeah, no, so we knew, you know, they had a lot of gadget plays that drive. We just knew to just stay calm, you know, play our brand of football. So, you know, just keeping our eyes disciplined right there. You know, 4-point plays are, you know, just as good as turnovers in my eyes. So it was a great energy changer for us.
And they started moving the ball a bit more in the fourth quarter, got a couple touchdowns. Just what was different, or what changed in that fourth quarter for you guys?
You know, the quarterback, he's like I said, he's a freak athlete. You know, he made some plays with his legs that, you know, sometimes you can't defend. You know, they got scholarship guys too. So, you know, being able to just turn our cheek and get ready for the next play. So.
It seemed that there were times where, as part of the scheme, you guys were purposely leaving certain guys open out on the perimeter and stuff. Was that part of the game plan to kind of deal with the running?
No, it's never a game plan to leave guys open. Like I said, we got to go back to the drawing board. We had some mistakes tonight. It's never a plan to leave anybody open. You know, it's just he's a great player, so he's a scary guy when he gets moving.
Can you just take us through your interception? Came at a crucial part in that game, and kind of just helped you guys continue on with the run you were on.
Yeah, so no, we practiced it all week. It's just a call, you know, we know that they like the, you know, big hit plays. So as soon as I seen him big hit, you know, Zach Poyser told me to shove it, and I pushed over, and the ball was in the air, and I played a little bit of baseball when I was in middle school. So.
Two more questions.
Speaking of potential good center fielders, Bryce Fitzgerald with his pick, third of the year. Just how have you seen him just kind of hit the ground running since he got here?
He's been the same dude every day. You know, he comes in the building focused, asks as many questions as we do in the meetings. He does those type of things in practice all the time. That kid gets the ball. He's going to be a special player.
Jakobe, you've been part of a lot of teams your whole life. What's different or special about this particular group?
Walking into the locker room and the team not being happy after we won like that. That's what's different. You know, these guys are dedicated. I can't preach enough how much we work each and every day, every day. So, you know, we're in the building early in the morning, late at night, watching tape together as a team. You know, when I walked in and nobody was really excited after the win, I knew that, you know, we got bigger goals. So.
Talk about what it means to be performing at the level you're performing at this early in your career at Miami.
It means a lot, but this team make it easy. They trusted me coming in as a freshman, gave me the opportunity to showcase my talent, and I just want to thank those guys for believing in me and trusting me. They get me better day in and day out, so it's really not too much of me. It's really about the team and how they get me better day in and day out.
What was it like playing on this stage? You know, big rivalry game up here in Tallahassee, full stadium. Didn't seem like it affected you in any kind of negative way, but just what was it like?
I would say it was a great atmosphere. They do a lot of things in practice to make the game easier, but it was a great atmosphere for my first rivalry game as a freshman. I feel like.
Sorry, Malachi, growing up, just how much did you watch the FSU rivalry? What did it mean to watch it growing up and then to be able to make a big impact?
To be honest, I really didn't watch much of the Miami and Florida State rivalry until I committed, but I always knew that it was a big game, and now I'm a part of it, and that's just a blessing. Thank the Lord.
The first touchdown off the flea flicker, just what was it like? Can you just take us through the play and just what it meant to be able to give your guys, help you guys get to an early lead like that?
Other freshman, Bryce Fitzgerald, caught a pick, and coming off that pick, you know, we wanted to take a shot, so they told me on the sideline, get ready for B flea, and I just went out there and executed the play, do what my coaches asked me to do.
How do you think you stack up among other freshmen out there making an impact across college football this season?
To be honest, I really don't feed into all that type of stuff. I just want to stay humble and level-headed, never get too high, too low, just stay consistent.
How important is it to have a guy like Carson that's been through so much, you know, so many battles on this kind of big stage to be your quarterback and get you the football?
It's great because he know the game. He been around football for a long time, so every chance I get, I just ask him questions, watch film with him, because he feed me knowledge. And one day he won't be here with me, so I could feed that knowledge to guys younger when they come in.
He said that your time playing quarterback at Heritage has helped you a lot just in understanding the game, and that's accelerated your development here at Miami.
Yeah, I played quarterback in high school for like the last 5 games. My state championship game, I went 15 for 15, but yeah, I think it helped me a little bit. Yeah, it helped me a lot. Just studying the game, knowing the game from the quarterback and receiver perspective, so it helped me a lot.
It's obviously, you know, the first month of your college career, and you've already become, I think, kind of a fan favorite. Just how much have you gotten, like, a lot of attention from, you know, random other students, from fans that'll, you know, message you or see you? Like, what's that been like?
Of course, I would say, yeah, it's starting to come around the school, but I do my part and the best of part. Well, I do the best to try not to feed into it, because when you feed into it, that's when complacency set in. So I just want to stay even keeled through all and humble through it all.
Everybody talks about your work.
We'll do Gary first.
Everybody talks about your work ethic. In the building 5 in the morning on a regular basis, things like that. Where's that come from, and how many hours a day are you spending on football?
I don't keep track of how many hours I spend on football. That's just something I like being around. But getting in early, staying late, that just comes from like my family, watching my mom get up early for work. If she can do it, why can't I? watching my uncles work a job and actually get up early, staying there late in the hot sun. My mom work at the post office and my uncle work for UPS. So if they could do it, why can't I?
We'll finish it up over here. You turned 18 last month?
September 17th, yeah.
Yeah, like, do you think about, you know, how at a young age that you're able to do all this, and does it even surprise you sometimes?
I wouldn't say it surprised me because the work I've put into it, God blessed me with the talents to go out there, just be myself, not get too big-headed. So that's really a blessing.